This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
Time is precious, and so are our pets. So time with our pets is extra precious. That's why we started Dutch. Dutch provides 24/7 access to licensed vets with unlimited virtual visits and follow-ups for up to 5 pets. You can message a vet at any time and schedule a video visit the same day. Our vets can even prescribe medication for many ailments, and shipping is always free. With Dutch, you'll get more time with your pets and year-round peace of mind when it comes to their vet care.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to video message number 29.
This is Beaverville. Come on in.
It's Bob here. I got a question.
I woke up yesterday morning with a spring in my step.
Start later, please.
I could never know what the day was. Fast forward it.
Listen up, the ratings just came in for last month. We are number 1. We just grabbed every key demographic. Super duper, gang. Super duper. That's nice. Way to go. Neato, gang. Yes. Boy, that was good news.
It is the 9th day of May, 2025. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Power Trip Morning Show. It's Friday, and boy, do we have a big one today. Brian O'Neill, Minnesota Viking, coming in to play the Initials game. That'll be super fun. And we're going to recap a ass whooping that the Wolves delivered. They chewed that ass. All right. That's fun. It looked like it was fun. And let's see. What else? So much. I don't know. Creasy, I believe, will be here. I believe Creasy will be here. Looking forward to seeing him. And a cast of thousands. Let's get her started. Here's Chris Garcia. Some comedy. It is Mother's Day on Sunday. Good morning, Mama. Good morning to everybody. Come on in. My name is Chris Hockey, and I am so glad that you are here.
I just got married. Yeah. My mother's very excited. My wife and I, she wants us to have kids right away. And she's like trying to play it off like it's not because she wants grandkids. You know, she's like, no, I don't want grandkids. I want grandkids. I just want you to continue the family name. I want you to put our name out there for generations to come. So people know it. I'm like, okay, our last name is Garcia. We live in Los Angeles, California. I don't work for the census, but we got it covered, Mommy. I looked it up, and Garcia is the 5th most common last name in the world. In the whole world, I Googled it. The first 4 are Li, Chang, Wang, and Wong. Isn't that amazing? Garcia's on a Chinese level. We're coming for you, Wong. One Wong move. See ya, I mean Garcia.
Ooh, I love the T-Wolf.
I love watching Tarzan movies.
I like the Alaskan Pipeline.
The finish line is waiting. Fate is on your side. You hear the distant thunder. There's lightning in your stride.
All right, all is right with the world. The Warriors couldn't hit the broadside of a barn, kind of like the Wolves in Game 1 or Game 5 against the Lakers. But the Wolves win 117-93 over Golden State. Only got dicey for a second.
The Timberwolves, an impressive Game 2 victory over the Golden State Warriors, 117-93 to even this best-of-7 series at a game apiece. The Wolves outscored by 39 points at the three-point line in Game 1. They flipped the script. They outscore the Warriors by 21 points at the three-point line here tonight. 117-93 is the final.
Helps to start 13-0. That helped. The start was an absolute monster, and they really never looked back. I know it got within 7, and it got dicey for a second or two. They can't blow this lead, can they? But then you blinked twice, and they were back up by 20. So cute. Golden State had about 2 seconds of life.
Like you said, though, I think it was Game 1.
and perhaps our sports team's history that made that brief little run after the 13-0 start, the brief Golden State run, that it was like, hold on, don't. It felt like they were maybe going to ease up, and then they didn't.
The Wolves blew him out, and they also got like a career game out of Jonathan Kuminga.
Yeah.
They have so many garbage players on that bench. Well, Kuminga's like, he had...
Wasn't he a top 10 pick?
Yeah, he was supposed to be a freak, and I think he was the guy that was in the Wiggins trade, technically, like the pick that we gave up.
I think you are correct.
I think he was the Wiggins draft pick. It doesn't matter. Point is that kid has like the shooting night of his life, and without him going 8 of 11, and I think 8 for his first 8, maybe even, they're not even close.
And Draymond should be in a federal prison. Just a scumbag human being. Put him in that rocket that they sent Katy Perry and those gals on, but just fire it to the sun. He sucks.
Oh, man. Well, now we have to bait him, right? We all thought he was going to bait Rudy in game 1 and see if he could get Rudy off his game. Now it's like he's just a technical or so away and just a flagrant 2 or so away from getting out of here. So let's see if we can get him suspended.
But that was an accident. It was inadvertent.
Of course it was.
I mean, my God.
He hammered Nas Reed.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Good on Nas, because Nas can be a hothead.
Yeah.
Just don't play along.
We're so much better than them. Even with Curry, I thought we were going to win this series. Without Curry, we're so much better than this team. Paul, your hand is up.
They got off to that 13-0 start. They still played their B game.
Yeah.
And they destroyed
specifically.
Man, I think he's, other than obviously when he got hurt with his ankle, he's hurt.
I think his right hand is hurt because layups
can't make a layup.
My
He can't
God.
make a layup.
And his left.
Just jam it.
Yeah.
I don't get it, man.
Yeah. It was, that was sweet, though. They just toyed with that team because that team, when they don't have Steph Curry to make a big basket to slow down any momentum from the other team, they just don't have a shot. Jimmy Butler at 35 isn't the same player that he was when he played for the Heat many years ago, where he carried that team as an 8th seed, right? And, Draymond, his antics are dumb, but he's still a good player, but he can't carry him either, man. They should win 4 straight, and I don't think Curry will come back.
And, of course, on the 4-letter network, Draymond Green on technical fouls, quote, "I'm sick of it. It's ridiculous. Quit being an asshole. Quit being a dirty player and you won't get technical fouls." And the fact that he keeps playing the victim is insane. And then you've got Van Gundy can also be put in that space rocket to the sun.
8 hours ago, Sauce, you tweeted Van Gundy hates the Wolves.
He does.
Yeah, he didn't. I don't think he said one nice thing about the Timberwolves. He just, I don't know. I didn't think he was very good.
You could tell fairly early on when Steve Kerr was sitting down pouting that this thing was over.
Yeah, they don't have a shot without Curry. They just don't. He's just like if we had to go without Ant for an extended period of time, we would be in a little bit of trouble.
I'm so glad it's muted. Here's Draymond freaking out.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And of course,
Yeah.
Playing that one.
Well, either way. All right, back to California we go. Tied at 1.
They're 5-point favorites, I think. I think they're minus 290 to win the series, so they should win.
Games tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
Yes. 7:30?
Yes, sir.
Which
ABC.
Let's have the weekend ones late. We don't need, because Tuesday.
I think Tuesday's
9.
That's a bummer, yeah.
Yeah, Hawk,
But
what are you
we'll
going to do
take
when it's at 9:30? You'll watch it
I'll
still,
stay
right?
up. Yeah, I'll just take a lot of naps.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch, man. NBA
Monday
playoffs.
at 9.
Monday. Oh, yeah, even better. And then they play Wednesday, and then they're off for a week?
Pretty much.
Finish it, because I want my goal is to be able to watch Western Conference Finals in the sports book in Deadwood.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's what I want.
Even hockey would do that.
I would. Yeah.
Those sports books there are fairly quiet.
They are.
Not when Tim and I and Mrs. K are there. It gets greasy.
Correct. It's time to get greased.
Zachary, you were there.
I was.
How was the game?
Did you howl?
I did not howl.
After the game?
After the game, I think we did a little howling in the cage.
Sounds spicy.
Parker and Max did a wonderful job wrapping everything up late last night. And, it was, as you guys said, I mean, the beginning of the game really just, it felt like it was over just 5 minutes in. There was they were not going to let that one slip away. The crowd was in it right away. And the fact that, the Draymond sucks chants were loud and boisterous. And, I was surprised to see, I think, more hatred towards Draymond, far more hatred towards him than Jimmy.
Good. As it should be, because Jimmy's an a-hole, but he's not a scumbag.
No. And he's been he's been earning his keep. Like he's, I hate to say there's almost a level of respect I'm getting for Jimmy because he's kind of just, despite all the boos and everything, he's playing pretty well, and he's going to need to, if they want any chance, he's going to have to play out of his mind the next couple of days down in California. But it was a great home crowd, great atmosphere. There were some patches of empty seats, which I don't know what the reasoning for that is.
Where are those patches of empty seats?
Mostly in the upper deck,
What are those tickets going for?
But I mean, the cheapest I saw face value was like $183 after fees.
Damn.
I was kind of looking. I've never been to a Wolves playoff game, and so I was thinking about it. I didn't look last night, but the previous one, it's not cheap to get in the building. So I was like, no thanks. I'll watch it at the crib.
That's the problem, I think, too, with this arena is, they want to charge premium prices because they have a premium product, and that's, that's obviously their right. The problem is, their arena, it just is not, the game itself is great. Once you get in there, but the getting in there part is not the easiest. The navigating the concession stands, whenever that place fills up, and everybody knows it, it is just wall to wall people. It is the lines for the bathrooms for the men's room is crazy. So I think I will say that they are going to, and they should, push for some better solution, because if this team continues to be good, they have already significantly outgrown that building.
Did you guys notice last night, Zach, you were there, so you didn't see this, but if you watched it on TV, they showed Alex Rodriguez and Mark Lowry a couple times, and the TNT crew would be like, "There's Alex Rodriguez, he's going to be the owner," and I'm thinking, Mark Lowry has so much money.
Yeah.
And but when you sign up a deal with a guy like A-Rod, like, hey, you're going to be the face of this group, but we're going to get this group to win this bid. We're going to be the face of the Wolves. You would have never known Mark Lowry had anything to do with the Timberwolves. So it's like, look at Alex Rodriguez. Yeah. He's super rich. He's the owner. No. Mark Lowry's the owner.
And the other guy they had to call to get a bunch of the money. Bloomberg.
Bill Cosby.
Yeah. Whoa. They got money from Bill Cosby?
Different one.
Oh,
different guy.
What does the other Bill Cosby do to get all his money?
He created the Stanley Cup.
Wow.
Not the award, the actual cup that people drink out of.
Wow.
Yeah.
Should have named it something different.
That's
probably.
good cash.
You should have known all this, Paul.
Yeah, I don't know why you don't know.
I'm sorry.
By the way, fantastic practice for you, John. If you want to pay $183 to go sit in the upper deck, it would be almost the exact same view you have from your gazebo looking at that tiny TV.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
It's back, though.
How can you see the game?
Last night, though, I'm starting to think that we should
upgrade the size of the screen.
The goal was so it wouldn't get hit by rain.
Well, blame it on the rain. But now I think we can make it work. So I think 42 is a small TV.
Yeah.
It's not even worth having.
I agree. I mean, it's getting to that point.
Do you think it was just too nice for people to go inside?
If I was inside most of the game, but I would pop out just so I didn't feel like a total bum.
I mean, that's what I mean. Like, why,
I think you might be
have
right,
been the upper deck? I don't know. Also, I always wonder if those tickets were actually sold, but the secondary market people who bought them couldn't sell them.
Right.
Well, and
my sources say they were not sold.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's
sold it all.
It is tough. My friend who was at the game was texting me for intel on what was going on the TV, because there's chaos at times and what are the officials talking about. So that part of it too, that's a battle. I mean, not only are you paying through the rim to go there, but you're not fully knowing what's going on.
Yeah. Plus it's basketball.
Come on. NBA playoffs, I think I said it a couple weeks ago. The reason I love the NBA playoffs and I hate the NBA regular season is on full display during the playoffs, because you're like, where was this for 82 games? And I get it. The season is too damn long, but they're trying for most of the game here. They're giving it their all, and then you're like, this is a fantastic product. Maybe you're not.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm glad you guys like it.
It was
cool.
sweet.
I really am. It's fun. It's cool.
Hey, I'm convinced there is something that all 5 of us can do better than one of the players on the court. You know how when you sit at home and you're like, I could do that, and you're like, no, you couldn't. No. They're professional athletes. I'm convinced all 5 of us could do one thing better than one specific player from the Timberwolves. Anybody have a guess?
Free throws by Gobert.
You're very close.
Layups by Gobert.
Catch a pass.
There you go.
Yeah,
I think we could all catch a basketball more often than Rudy Gobert. Isn't it the weirdest thing ever? So Stan Van Gundy last night on TV said something interesting, that when you're a 7-footer, you got to feed them the ball basically above the shoulders.
Yeah.
That they can catch the ball really well up top, but once you throw like bounce passes to them or like even a chest pass, there's sometimes they're not good at catching balls lower, and I'm going, that sounds insane to me, but it does seem to check out in the history of the Timberwolves, history of the NBA. The taller you are, the harder it is to catch low passes.
Yeah.
That dude has the hardest time catching a basketball.
Yes, he
does.
What he does, though, he dunks the hell out of it, but he can't catch. It's the weirdest thing.
Well, and Van Gundy, where he's saying it, and the pass is going to Gobert, the hoop's in the way.
Yeah.
You can't throw it high.
No.
So at that point, when he's jamming it to the rim, you've got no other spot than where they pass it. So, yeah, he should be working on those. They should get a basketball jugs machine.
It got dicey for a second when Ant went down, and it looked like this time it wasn't Boy Who Cried Wolf. This time it looked like it was the real deal. It looked like, well, crap, they just lost Curry for a week, if not the entire series. Are we going to lose Ant for a week, if not the entire series? It looked like it was going to be back to game on. Here we go. It's going to be even, but
Going to be in 23.
Yeah, luckily Ant came back in the second half. Looked like he was pretty much back to his normal self. And again, Wolves win and are now gigantic favorites to win the series. Paul, your hands up.
Hey, thanks to my friends at Gutter Helmet and GutterHelmetMN.com. Never clean your gutters again.
All right, Chris said it to start the show, but Brian O'Neill of the Minnesota Vikings should be here in a couple of hours. He'll play initials for the second time today. Marnie Gellner later, Mark Parrish later. $90,500 potentially up for grabs with the St. Paul Federal Credit Union initials jackpot. One of you gets a crack at that at 8:15. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
Time is precious, and so are our pets. So time with our pets is extra precious. That's why we started Dutch. Dutch provides 24/7 access to licensed vets with unlimited virtual visits and follow-ups for up to 5 pets. You can message a vet at any time and schedule a video visit the same day. Our vets can even prescribe medication for many ailments, and shipping is always free. With Dutch, you'll get more time with your pets and year-round peace of mind when it comes to their vet care.
Oh, come on!
Carboni's Pizzeria wants to fuel your playoff party. Visit one of the 30-plus locations to enjoy delicious pizza and get ready for the playoff run. Find your nearest Carboni's today at carbonispizza.com.
Hey, Sauce, this kind of reminds me of Ocean's 11.
Yeah, great film.
What character from Ocean's 11 are you?
It's a really good question.
Thanks.
Probably the Matt Damon one besides the pickpocketing, because my dad would bail me out.
It's a pretty good answer.
Thank you. Yeah. My dad would have to come rescue me. Who would you be?
If I'm not Clooney, if I'm not orchestrating the heist, I'm not interested.
Okay, Hawk, who would you be?
Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
I think you're thinking of the Thunderbolts.
No, he just.
No, she's not in the film.
She really liked the movie, though, and Chris really likes movies.
Yes, yeah, right.
Oh.
Yeah.
You got a problem with that?
Yeah,
no, not at all.
I don't know if you know this. Ocean's 11 is in the same universe as Veep.
Oh, I didn't know
so
that.
Not in the film.
What a crossover.
Oh. That's what I thought, too. It's same universe.
I didn't know that.
It's a Mattel movie. Wait, that's not right. Marvel. It's a Marvel movie.
Isn't there a scene in Oh man, it's one of the John Travolta movies where he accidentally bumps shoulders with Rocky.
That's exactly right.
Which movie is that?
It's
is it Saturday Night Fever or something?
The second one, Staying Alive.
How does that conversation go, Hawk?
Oh
my God!
You got
But I think that kind of garbage is brilliant.
Me too. I love it.
Just little subtle crossovers. Little tip of the cap that, Rocky lives in this same universe.
I want a turnover.
Oh, yeah. What kind?
No, he wants to turn over.
Yeah.
A
new leaf.
Food.
No, I would like one of those one. Is it turnover? Is that what I like?
Popovers.
Popovers. That's what I want.
Yeah.
I'll take a turnover too, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know what those are.
Turnover's some kind of dessert.
Turnover's like
Yeah.
I don't know, like an apple turnover is basically like a pie pocket.
Turnover is like when you pass the ball to Rudy and he can't catch and then he kicks it out of bounds.
Turnover's when what happens to Ant's ankle.
That one was bad. If y'all see it, he like stepped on my foot, so yeah, that one was crazy, but I'll be all right.
Rosie.
That one.
Why was Rosie in there?
He's
reporting, I
guess.
guess.
That age, though, being 23, you can bounce back, and he's feeling that one today, I bet.
Yeah, he woke up and his ankle's the size of his thigh.
About once every third game, though, Ant goes down and it looks like he's out for the season.
Yeah, that's
and then
the
he's
problem.
miraculously back 7 minutes later. I don't think he's a guy that just is faking it. I just think he is like a medical freak. He's a medical marvel. Because that one looked really bad. And everybody on Twitter was going, all right, this one feels different.
Yeah.
Looks different, feels different. His reaction was different. Struggled to even limp off the court.
Finchie was surprised and worried.
This one I was really worried about, actually. I thought, there's lots of ways that being an elite athlete pay off, and, being able to shake those things off certainly is one of them. But this one I was really planning on not seeing him the rest of the game, to be honest with you. So
The building, it felt different in the building. It felt completely silent. The only thing you could hear was Rosie laughing from press row.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, he didn't sit front row?
No, he was. Well, actually,
what?
No.
Why'd he even go?
Oh, man. It's like watching a game on a gazebo TV. What's the point?
He was laughing at all the injuries.
Yeah.
Now, do the Wolves have a training staff? Because it honestly, like the people that responded to my legs getting blown off, the medevac helicopter took less time than it took. Every injury, it seems like, unless they're going, yeah, we've seen this before. He's trying to embellish, get the foul next time. And then, he's actually hurt.
I think, though, the bit works, but I think isn't it because the plays, it's not like
He didn't call timeout for long.
Well, right, but if he's off the court, you would think someone could go over there and say, Playboy, you good?
There is probably, like you said, there's probably a few that are like, he's fine. Just give him a minute.
But it's funny to watch. I think even something happened in the final game of the Lakers series when we're watching it at tight ends in Dallas. Greasy spot, by the way. Greasy. Yeah, they wear G-strings. My buddy Planty, he's like, I set us up at a sports bar. We walk in, I'm like, you son of a bitch. But other people that had no skin in the game are like, where's the trainers? I'm like, I don't think we have them. I don't think we do.
Just got to get a quicker response time. He needs life alert.
He does.
Yeah, he does.
If it's real, press the button.
Yeah, he needed help off the court.
How many false alarms does life alert get a day? Just thousands?
I bet. That's a great question.
Thanks.
I bet all the time. Like if I had it, they'd get 1,000.
Why would you keep pushing it?
Because I'm dramatic.
Yeah, where is it located? Because what if you
right here
get a hug?
Yeah,
what if you're throwing some boots?
Yeah, man.
Throwing some boots, only wearing that?
If you're throwing some boots, do you really need life alert?
The way I do
for
it.
sure.
Yeah.
Because maybe your heart is not healthy enough for sex.
And maybe
flying too close to the sun.
Maybe one little blue pill ain't enough. Maybe you got to take 4.
Yeah.
And maybe your heart rate gets real bad. Maybe your penis grows.
What is
your mic's on?
What is the maximum number of those pills you can take safely?
Apparently 6. Safely 5.
Apparently, you've heard.
God.
Yeah.
Just think you could give an IV to that thing.
I'm popping them like I got bad breath.
Just snorting them off their hoots.
Right, man. Yeah.
What if that would be a baller move? Just crush up the blue pill and just snort them off of their T words.
And never break eye contact.
I'm sure people do.
Yeah. Yeah. I have
and then
to
say, just watch.
Yeah, I have to FaceTime the lady's mom.
Watch the beanstalk grow.
Wow.
Sauce, could you do that next time?
What?
Could you do that next time?
Snort Blue Chew?
Yeah, crush it up and snort it.
And then look her mom in the eye via FaceTime. And never break contact.
Let the mom watch.
Yeah, right. Trust me, it's the greatest direction you'll ever get.
A, my mother-in-law's probably listening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. That's what I said.
B,
she knows what she likes.
I don't need that.
Oh,
that's good.
Oh, is that right? Well, let me tell you something. Wait till you're 54.
Yeah, no.
You got to start it like it's an old Harley. Kickstarting it. Come on, baby.
Brilliant.
Come on now. I want to get home. Come on.
Oh, what a flex. Oh, I don't need to snort Blue Chew.
Well, I don't have, my parts aren't massive, but they work.
I'll quit bragging.
Are you talking about those T words?
Yeah, my T words. My T words are on fire.
Those things work for me.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, they look like a lady's boobs.
Oh, get over here.
Why?
I can't.
Like C cups, remember?
Oh yeah.
I gotta wait for this erection to go away.
Wow, you're hard already?
He was snorting Blue Chew on the elevator.
On his
right
old
up
Harley.
here.
I thought they were certs.
It's the best way to do radio.
Certs.
Are those still a thing?
I was just going to...
Yeah, they're great, man.
Oh, I haven't seen certs in a long time.
Yeah, they're different now.
What are they now?
No, they're boner medicine.
Oh.
No, they're smaller now. They come in different packages.
Do you think in our lifetime, like when you go to the self-checkout at Target, there will be like erection pills right there?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
They're going to be that accessible, that easy, no prescription, not even like in the pharmacy section. Just like, let's see here. Let's get a little bag of Doritos and a Snickers and some snortable Blue Chew.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, I wonder if that's going to be a thing.
I don't know.
No, because people will overdo it. And, government likes to protect people from themselves. You don't want people walking around. They trip and fall. It's like a pole vault.
Yeah, life is hard enough.
Yeah, there you go. That's a great tagline.
Well played, Zach.
A cat couldn't scratch it.
The Don Draper of boner pill slogans.
You really have something?
Life is hard enough as it is.
Yeah. As if life ain't hard enough.
Yeah, pretty good, Zachary. All right. Let's do front page sports when the Power Trip Morning Show returns.
I don't like it.
Well, you should, because the Wolves won.
Hell yeah.
Parrish in like an hour. Marnie in like an hour. Brian O'Neill sometime close to 8-ish or so, and then he'll play initials at 8:15. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on The Fan.
Time is precious, and so are our pets. So time with our pets is extra precious. That's why we started Dutch. Dutch provides 24/7 access to licensed vets with unlimited virtual visits and follow-ups for up to 5 pets. You can message a vet at any time and schedule a video visit the same day. Our vets can even prescribe medication for many ailments, and shipping is always free. With Dutch, you'll get more time with your pets and year-round peace of mind when it comes to their vet care.
The ultimate day of heavy metal is coming to Somerset Amphitheater.
Yes, the Beatles and John Lennon with Jimi Hendrix.
Don't miss out on Summer of Loud.
Is he right?
2025 on July 11th.
Led Zeppelin's here.
What?
With performances by
Motorhead.
Bonerhead?
No, Motorhead.
Oh, Motorhead.
No, Bonerhead couldn't make it.
Oh,
what happened?
Sorry, they're busy.
Parkway Drive.
Now we're talking.
I Prevail.
Yes, you do.
Beartooth.
Oh, yummy.
And more.
I can't wait.
Get full show and ticket details at KFAN.com. Keyword calendar.
Let's go to that calendar.
Or yummy. I don't know.
Yummy.
Or yummy.
How was Grandview looked good?
And your daughter's adorable.
Oh, she's the cutest thing in the whole world. I asked her if she wanted to be on the radio, and she said no.
Which is crazy because I can't get her to shut up at home.
Yeah, she just didn't. She wasn't having it. She said something about Sauce. Said something that offended her.
No, not true.
Not true. She has.
No.
My wife is far more offensive than him.
He said something about the chicken dance.
I said something about her dad. She agreed.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, she said to go back to the war. Yesterday at school, we went and had lunch with her in kindergarten.
That's just the cutest, dude.
Cute. She was telling her friend, she's like, I knew that was my daddy walking by because he was doing this. And she made a walk like someone essed their pants.
Oh, my God.
And I'm like, I'm just catching heat from a kindergartner. And the kids are laughing. I was going to start throwing kids around. Yeah. Yeah, she loves all of you guys. But Marnie will send her videos of like, Chloe, you're my best friend. And then they howl. Cutest thing ever.
Watching her howl melts my heart.
Yeah,
she's
just
great.
melts it. Yeah, when you go to the little kids' lunches like that, I've told this story before, but I'll tell it again. It doesn't matter. When Abby was little, I was having lunch with her one of those days, and the cafeteria is just an absolute madhouse, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's talking over each other. There's 7,000 kids in there, and they're just yapping, and the paras are just giving up. They're not even gonna try to quiet them down. But they had the music on. They had KDWB playing. And out of nowhere, when it got to the chorus, because it was a newer song back then, Taylor Swift's Love Story came on, and every kid in the cafeteria stopped what they were doing and sang the chorus. Romeo, take me. And they didn't even know they were doing it. And as soon as the chorus ended, they were right back to being a madhouse. It was the cutest. I'll never forget it, man. I was like, that's the power of music. None of these kids had any idea that they were singing along, but they were all singing along together. It was cute.
That's cute.
Never forget that.
Yeah, they
pandemonium.
They had said the lunch staff had said, all right, we need everyone to be at a 2. You guys are at like a 4. Right. And my wife pointed out, she's like, you were the one at the 4.
Oh,
the kids got yelled at because I was being obnoxious.
You're placing chicken rings places you shouldn't have been placing.
Correct,
yeah.
Hot cut.
Time now for Front Page Sports, presented by Holiday Station Stores.
Holiday Station Stores. Buy 2 Red Bull, get 1 free, and you can mix and match any flavors of Red Bull you want. If you want to wake up this morning, go to Holiday, get some Red Bull, buy 2, get 1 free, mix and match any flavors you want. Thanks, Holiday.
Yeah, thank you, Holiday Wales.
Danko.
I got to go to Holiday because the old gas gauge says I have 22 miles left of gas. I don't normally let it go this low.
How low can you go?
I don't know. One of these days, I'm going to pull the old Kramer bit and just find a random car sales guy and hold his hand and Thelma and Louise that thing way past the old, empty.
Good idea.
Let's just go. Let's see how far we can take this thing.
You can hold a man's hand without running out of gas.
Yeah, but it's. I feel like it's more symbolic. Like, let's just pedal to the metal, see how far we can go. Maybe the whole thing is a scam. Maybe we don't actually need gasoline in cars. I don't know.
They advertise my car's tank at 17 gallons, and I've put 17.7 in there before.
No kidding.
So
they're lying to us.
Yeah.
Or that's called the Lexington Steel.
Yeah.
Just see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fitting in more than it can take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Timberwolves won 117-93 over the Golden State Warriors. Hey, Sauce.
Yes, sir.
How many points did we win by?
We won
117-93.
That means we won by 24.
Very good.
They covered.
Good teams win. Great teams cover. The Wolves were about 10.5 point favorites. They won easily. The Giant start helped. They don't have a lot of rhythm on offense. I know the TNT crew was ripping them like crazy after the game, basically saying, who the hell is going to run this team without Steph Curry? And it's fair because they just don't have a, quote, true point guard.
Yep.
They just look like they're running around with their heads cut off and hoping something works. No flow. Didn't make any sense. I don't know. I think the Warriors are in huge trouble, but good. Advantage us. Julius Randle was fantastic. 24 points, 7 boards, 11 assists. What a weird season for him.
Oh, man. He's
initially
so good.
loved, right? Because the first couple of games of the year, he looked like the real deal. Then he went for like a month. Everybody hated him. And he got hurt. Then it was like, let's trade his ass before the trade deadline. What a terrible trade. And now you're looking at it going, when Randall and DiVincenzo both play their best, this trade makes so much sense.
Yep.
We're tougher. We're grittier. Even when DiVincenzo can't shoot, and we've had a couple of those this postseason, he's the hustle guy. He's the get in your face defensively guy. I'm a big fan of both of those guys, but
he hustles. Dante is a pest. But there are times it's frustrating, and I get it. He obviously knows what he's doing, but where you can tell he is just hell-bent on he's going to get a foul. He's for sure going out there. He's going to foul the guy, but he's just up in that ass like a bike seat, just hammering. And it annoys the other team, and it works. But yeah, if he can get in a shooting rhythm, which he hasn't done, then this team, the Wolves, are capable of winning the NBA title. That's what's wild about this. They have not played their A game in the playoffs. They've played B and C. Last series.
That wasn't even their best game last night, and they still
not even
blew them
close.
out. And it's just, though, like, this team is, as you saw last night, the Warriors don't have a rhythm. Now, they get to go back home. They can find maybe, but they've only had a day to come up with a plan without Steph Curry, right? And Jimmy Butler is good, and he's a Hall of Fame player, but he isn't 28 like he used to be when he took, like I said an hour ago, when he took those teams to the finals. They just don't have a rhythm. They don't have the guy that can shut down all the momentum from another team by making a deep three and getting them back into a game. They don't have that safety valve. So I don't know if they can find it in 3 or 4 games, but
no. And how do you come back from that hamstring injury that quick when they're talking about possibly 1 week?
He won't be back.
No,
he won't.
I'm no doctor, but come on. I only have one hamstring.
But you'll play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Kuminga goes 8 of 11. Trace Jackson Davis, when the game was a blowout, comes in and gets a couple of dunks, went 6 for 6. Those 2 games, I think, are kind of freakish. Everybody else, I don't care if Steve Kerr plays 40 guys. There's just nobody that scares me on that bench. Then you had to start Quentin Post, and he played 3 minutes.
Who?
One of the starters played 3 minutes.
When they did the whole bit where they had them all out there and they were going, you had everybody's name up there. I'd never heard of that guy.
No. So we're down to, again, this is like a 4-man team. We're back to the Lakers, right? Where I said they had 3.5 good players. They have Draymond Green, Jimmy Butler, Hield, and Podziemski, and that's it. Right? That's it. That's all they got. And and those 4, Gary Payton normally is solid, but I don't know what's going on with him this series. I know he was sick or whatever a couple days ago, but still, he's adding nothing. I'm just not afraid of this team at all. How bad was Moses Moody last night? Just jacking up weird threes and what do you have, 3 or 4 air balls, including that little gimme? What the hell was Moses Moody doing? What a cool name for a guy who plays that bad.
Yeah, well said.
So, advantage Timberwolves.
For sure.
Yeah, they're going to win.
Now you just got to root for Denver to just at least rattle OKC a bit.
Man,
Thunder's still going to move on,
that's
but
a monster of a team.
Yep.
Yeah, at least they're going to go to a game 5. That's at the very least.
They play tonight, right?
Yeah, but what do we say about game 1 with the Wolves? You just shoot a standard NBA 3-point percentage and you probably win that game. Last night, 43.2% from 3. 16 of 37, and you won by 24.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what we felt about Game 5 against the Lakers. If you don't miss 43s, if you miss even 30, that game is an absolute blowout, right?
Yeah.
And the Wolves
Game 1 should have been too.
They should have been blowing them out a lot earlier. They were playing kind of goofy, but once they got settled in, you look at it, and it's once they play under control, they can beat anybody in the NBA. Yeah. And so it's just it seems so easy to do, and they refuse to do it. But for the brief moments that they do, they destroy teams.
Isn't it crazy? The TNT crew posted the stat last night, and it is sometimes you have to see the number, even though we all feel the number. But when they said in the history of the Wolves, we've won 5 series,
insane.
It's insane.
We all know they only got out of the first round once with Flip, right? And then they went to the Western Conference Finals. Obviously, they went to the Western Conference Finals last year, and they got out of the first round this year. And you're going, dear God, that is only 5.
And then the stat,
my God,
that after when we won the first series against LA, that this is the first time in franchise history that they've advanced out of the first round in back-to-back
years.
Insane.
It's insane.
And correct me if I'm wrong.
They've had great talent.
Yeah.
3 of those 5 series of the last 2 years.
That is
You are correct, sir.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you didn't miss a lot when you were a kid.
No, I didn't. I remember Zerbiak.
I wonder why.
I wonder why.
Oh.
That's the only NBA player my mom knows is Wally Zerbiak.
Oh, Chris, put that in the book, by the way, that the only thing the only player that Sauce's mom knows is Wally Zerbiak. Why does she know him?
He's handsome.
So she thinks he's handsome as well.
Right, Zacho?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he's handsome.
Gives handies.
No,
handsome.
No, handsome.
So your mom does not know Kevin Garnett?
I mean, I was just making a joke, but no, she does not.
Joke?
She does not.
Oh my God, that didn't land.
No, she does not. She only knows Wally Serbiak.
Did they serve together?
No.
When I was in Vietnam.
The war.
No.
But like Chili's.
At Costanza's.
At Costanza's.
Yeah, at tight ends.
You mean Casetas?
That's it.
No, George had a place.
Sure did. Okay, hold on. George Costanza, Wally Zerbiak, and Sauce's mom had a threesome.
Whoa.
Jeez.
No.
An astonishing run for the three of them.
Yeah, astonishing run.
Okay, thanks.
Isn't it Serbiak?
No,
He's from Serbia.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter. I say it both ways.
Oh. God, what a run you're on.
It's an astonishing run for the three of you.
Yeah.
Man, that was a good little run of inside jokes there.
Yeah.
I wonder who they were all aimed at.
Yeah. Well, I say it both ways.
Oh.
Wait.
Hey, look, man. I'm just glad Chef Reactions didn't have to sit next to him. Zachary, you were saying?
Who's Wally Serbiak?
Hang on.
Brilliant.
She's an actress.
All right.
Just don't jam it, Earl.
It sounds like 70s porn.
Yeah, that's what Hawk's watching.
So
Like
angry
from the
over-
1970s or 70s?
He doesn't care.
Trying to soothe
Yeah.
my problem here.
Dealer's
It's not
choice.
mature.
No, dealer's choice for Hawk.
Mature genre.
Outside of Sauce, because I think I know the answer. The other four of us, though. George Costanza, Wally Zerbiak, and Sauce's mom. Take a peek or no thanks?
Oh, I'm going to watch. I'm curious.
I respect Sue too much.
No,
Thank you, John.
Zach and her out.
I'm curious.
Both.
Brilliant.
I'd have someone else watch and tell me about it.
Yeah, Tim would watch.
Tim would for sure watch.
Oh, yeah.
You know what Coach always says?
Nope.
You got to study the film.
Yeah.
That's it.
You know what I mean? You never know what somebody's doing, what you can take away from it, you know?
I wouldn't watch, but I'd listen.
Wow. That's greasy.
Just hear that.
It's like the 8 o'clock hour.
Yeah, brilliant.
That was applause.
Wally Zerbiak, by the way, has a brand new podcast, which
And
is
a
kind of
giant
cool.
penis.
What's it called?
It's just like the Wally Zerbiak show or something like that.
I'd like to get
So-
to know about him.
Who did he have as his fourth guest?
Himself.
I'd like to get to know
Like
about him.
he had himself on?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
didn't
No,
have a
he
guest?
just you know how he got to the NBA and his backstory
So-
and stuff like that.
He monologued for like 40 minutes?
Duh.
You've all been waiting to hear it.
I saw Wally Zerbiak a few years ago in the grocery store.
Yeah. Would you tell him you missed him playing
I
basketball?
miss seeing him on the TV.
What's his wife do?
I'm
All
looking.
right.
More of what really matters after this on the Fan.
Time is precious, and so are our pets. So time with our pets is extra precious. That's why we started Dutch. Dutch provides 24/7 access to licensed vets with unlimited virtual visits and follow-ups for up to 5 pets. You can message a vet at any time and schedule a video visit the same day. Our vets can even prescribe medication for many ailments, and shipping is always free. With Dutch, you'll get more time with your pets and year-round peace of mind when it comes to their vet care.
Get ready, Minnesota. The legendary Bryan Adams is bringing his Roll with the Punches tour to Target Center on
Bryan Adams is
November
not the Pope.
26th. Don't miss this epic night of rock anthems like
It's the summer of '69.
and unforgettable hits like
Oh, cut stuck a knife and it hurts so bad when you cut me on the foot.
Tickets are on sale now. Get all the details at KFAN.com. Keyword calendar.
That is where roses should be.
You know, the other day I joked, what if we get a Canadian Pope, right? We might get a Canadian Pope. Maybe it can be Bryan Adams. And we didn't, but we got an American Pope.
How about that?
I love that there were chants of USA. US. America's the best.
How about everybody's like basic? Oh, God, what was the bit? About 7 people made the joke that like Chicago produced a Pope before. I think Annie Eagar before they produced a 4,000-yard quarterback.
Yeah,
so funny.
People are saying things like, "This is definitely the first Pope that has ever eaten at a Culver's."
Yeah,
we got
Pope.
We got an American Pope before we got GTA 6.
Yeah. Brilliant. Da Pope was funny too.
Da Pope.
What really matters is scores and stats around the world of sports, and it's presented by our friends at Carbonis. Thanks, Carbonis.
It would.
That's what really matters, right?
We'll get to the Wolves in a second, but Sauce, you went to the Twins game yesterday. Took little Louie to his first ever Twins game, and the Twins...
They won, man.
They won.
Yeah, we stayed
5-2.
We stayed until the bottom of the 8th inning. Yeah. Buxton is on fire. That was
How was the attendance?
It was decent for a 12-10 game on a Thursday. I mean, it was beautiful out yesterday. It was like 65 and sunny. It was perfect. But yeah, I mean, he fell asleep like 2 innings in, but
you don't have to worry about noise at a Twins game usually. So
he seemed to have fun. Yeah,
where'd you sit?
The Thriving Club area.
So you admit it?
I mean, I bought them.
I wouldn't believe how much you spend on Twins tickets.
Are those tickets available for everyone?
I mean,
they're not a Rosen setup.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go to the Wolves game tonight and sit courtside. I'm going to go to a play tomorrow. It's available to everybody.
The Twins won 5-2 over the Orioles. They sweep Baltimore. They're now 18-20. They have won 5 straight games, and they host the San Francisco Giants this weekend, starting tonight at 7:10. What really matters, though, is this.
Thanks, Corey.
You're welcome.
Really appreciate you throwing it to me over here.
You're welcome.
It's a big time in my life.
Oh, congrats.
You're welcome. Here's what really matters. Head Over Heels by Tears for Fears is one of the best songs ever.
Oh, so good.
That's what matters.
That's a slammer. Yeah.
The cover's good, but now I'm obsessed with the regular version of it.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's so good. That band, Tears for Fears, man. So good.
I've never questioned how they got the name of the band. Do you know?
No.
You know what that's a reference to?
And I heard a podcast with them yesterday, and the guy brought it up, and they didn't answer the question. They said, just don't ever look up what the other names of the band were before that.
No. So, really?
I don't know. I wonder what they were. But
Tears for Fears.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's such
I wish I could play the song for you, because there's so many things that they do that are so cool in that song. Like, he says things that aren't in the official lyrics, and I've spent the morning trying to figure out what he's saying. It's just really good. And if you want to see an 80s video that is the most 80s video of the 80s, watch the Head Over Heels video by Tears for Fears.
They got some bangers.
Yeah. Something happens and I'm head over heels. Everybody wants to rule the world and shout are all on the same record.
Oh, so good.
Jeez.
Yeah. I know. Maybe in my life, my least appreciated band that I'm obsessed with now. So that matters to me. I don't know if it matters to you guys.
Do they still make music and tour? Are they all still with us?
In fact, they just released a live record last year.
They're playing in Monoman?
Fantastic. If they are.
Where's that?
Wisconsin?
Oh.
No.
No, Northwest Minnesota.
Minnesota. Up by Virginia.
Right. No, that's Northeast Minnesota. Up by like Fargo and Grand Forks area.
That's what I meant.
Oh, yeah, Hawk was right the first time.
They all roll together. You know what I mean?
Yes.
On their website, under tour, it says there are no upcoming events.
Yeah. You should see, you should listen to that live record. It's really good. They recorded it in Nashville last year. Well, probably the year before, because they released it last year. And I like the way the guy sings. He goes, I want to be with you.
Sauce, you do it.
Works, man.
You know that song.
That works.
Hold on, let me look up the lyrics.
No. Do it like Chris did it.
Yeah.
Everybody wants you to know.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hit the high note, though.
Yeah, I hate
I
the song.
can't. I'm sorry.
No, I hate that song.
I'm sorry. I ruin everything.
Dude, he's obsessed with Tears for Fears and one line out of you, and now he hates the song and probably hates the band.
I don't blame him.
Man,
I'm
you
not
ruined
good
it.
at singing. I'm not good at a lot.
Yeah.
The Edmonton Oilers won 5-4 over Vegas in overtime. The Oilers take a 2-0 series lead over the Vegas Golden Knights. Leon Draisaitl with the game winner in overtime. Rip Oilers.
Controversial no call that maybe would have changed that toward the end there. There was a 5-minute major that in a game misconduct for Nicholas Waugh, who decided to cross-check an Edmonton Oiler in the face. And it was in overtime, by the way. And the Golden Knights survived that 5-minute major. They killed that off only to then have, I believe it was McNabb going into the boards. He was clearly tripped. He went hard into the wall, did something to his arm, had to leave immediately. And then shortly after, Draisaitl took a wonderful feed from McDavid and finished it there toward the end of the first overtime, devastating the Golden Knights crowd. And as you mentioned, Cor, 2-0 series lead for Edmonton as they go back. You might want to get the brooms out for that one. We'll see.
What really matters, though, is this.
Today is the birthday of Rosario Dawson.
Oh, okay.
And when I think of Rosario Dawson, who is 46 years old, do you know what scene I think of?
Sin City.
No.
The one with the creek.
Huh.
Dawson's Creek.
Right.
No. I'm trying to think of what else you would really...
At the very end of Men in Black 2.
Oh, I never saw that movie.
I haven't either.
I did, but I listened to the Blinky thing and I forgot the whole thing.
Yeah, the Blinky thing.
It starts raining. It starts raining, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Tommy Lee Jones is standing across from her and she goes, I'm sorry, the rain makes me cry. And he goes, you're not crying because it's raining. It's raining because you're crying.
Oh.
Blame it on the rain.
You got to blame it on something.
That would have been the perfect time then.
You're right.
To cue up that
You're probably
song.
right.
Oh, what a slammer.
But that's a great moment because, and I won't spoil it because I hope that you guys watch that film at some point. I know there's a little chance that you will, but somebody out there is going to watch it tonight. And I won't spoil for why that's an emotional scene. But in a movie that's ridiculous, that's a really emotional scene. And she's great in it. And plus, I want to kiss her on the mouth.
Yeah, she's a really good actress.
Yeah.
The Capitals won 3-1 over the Hurricanes. That series now tied at 1. No goals for Ovechkin. I think he had like 3 shots or something, but they still get the win. 1-1. Caps and Hurricanes. What really matters, though, is this.
Hold on, I'm watching Rosario cry.
Wow.
You think I'm kidding?
No, I don't.
Do you think she has a lot of fears?
Probably because she has a lot of tears.
Has she ever been stuck in a dryer?
Boy, oh boy, now I can't think of anything else.
Yeah.
Interesting question.
You've ruined my...
What's the exchange rate on tears and fears? Like how many...
What depends.
There's tears can I get for...
There might be tariffs on them.
Yeah.
Today's the birthday of Billy Joel.
80?
Has to be...
78.
Yeah.
I think I'm with Sauce. He's got to be in the 80 range. I'm going to go 81.
79.
76.
Oh!
Wow.
Just a kid.
Yeah. What's your favorite Billy Joel song?
I mean, it's cliche, but probably Piano Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the one about the woman?
That's Danzig.
Song?
Spread 'em?
Song? Rump Shaker.
Yes, that one.
That's
He does
a
that?
banger.
I didn't know Billy did that.
Uptown
What's his
Girl.
last name?
Joel.
Yeah, like Uptown Girl is the first song I remember when I was growing up. My first exposure to Billy Joel was Uptown Girl, so that's probably what I would say.
Piano
Isn't that
Man's
your
Hooker
brother's
Mom?
311?
It is, yeah. He's seen Billy Joel a billion times.
Only the good die young and only the bad get bent over?
Wow. Is that a B-side?
No, it's her A-side.
That's the remix.
You're Randy today.
Sauce, you love We Didn't Start the Fire.
I did.
How does that go?
It's about the redheaded girl, remember?
Sauce, how does that song go?
It goes, Warren G's H-bomb, Brooklyn's got a bridge again, tight jeans, dudes and thongs.
Oh, yeah, Predictors.
Steve in Afghanistan, we didn't start the fire. That?
Yeah, now I hate that song.
Arkansas.
That's a great.
People get sad when it rains.
It rains because you're sad, baby.
Aw.
Oh, now Hawk's sad.
Son of a.
I liked my version of it better.
Yeah. Yours was better.
Oh, he says, baby.
Close enough.
Yeah.
It rains because you're sad, baby.
Rains because you're sad, baby.
Yeah. And then he kisses her, which is weird if you know that scene.
Did she want the kiss, or did he just
it's
lay one on her?
George R.R. Martin wrote it. So Men in Black 3, you find out that she's his daughter.
Oh, greasy.
Yeah, biological.
Baby.
That's not hot.
No, well.
It rains because you're sad, baby. Now here's Billy Joel.
Steve's in Afghanistan. Steve.
Yeah, it's catchy.
They love him over there.
Yeah, I
think you started that little riff with Warren G's H-bomb.
Yeah. Something.
Not Warren G. Harding.
Doesn't he say something Pat moves on?
He sure does.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, Pat Muzan was his piano teacher.
I think Pat moves on from this show and picks a different podcast to listen to.
No, Smidium's not giving up on me yet. He hasn't yet. He won't.
All right, Brian O'Neill, a little over an hour from now, the big-time right tackle for the Minnesota Vikings, is going to make his second in-studio Power Trip appearance, make his second initials game appearance. He'll play a little after 8:15. Marnie should be here in a little bit, Parrish in a little bit, another 40 minutes or so of John Creasel. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on The Fan.
The Fan. Time is precious, and so are our pets. So time with our pets is extra precious. That's why we started Dutch. Dutch provides 24/7 access to licensed vets with unlimited virtual visits and follow-ups for up to 5 pets. You can message a vet at any time and schedule a video visit the same day. Our vets can even prescribe medication for many ailments, and shipping is always free. With Dutch, you'll get more time with your pets and year-round peace of mind when it comes to their vet care.
Hey, big news, all you Vikings fans. Not only is Brian O'Neill coming in to play the initials game today, the Minnesota Vikings have come to terms with 4 of their 5 2025 NFL draft picks. They announced the signings of all 4 of them yesterday. Only draft pick yet to sign, 24th overall selection, Donovan Jackson. But don't worry. The 2025 draft class reported TCO Performance Center on Thursday to get ready for minicamp. That session, minicamp, is open to the public today.
Hell yeah, man.
Closed tomorrow, but open to the public today. So head on down to TCO. Get all your information at Vikings.com. Go! Minnesota Vikings. Lots going on. Brian O'Neill in today.
Such a good dude.
Such a good dude. Big dude.
Yeah.
Big dude.
Yeah.
Big fella.
He's a great guy.
Big fella.
Hey, quick Wolves note before we jump back into what really matters. Of course, the Wolves won last night against the Warriors 117-93. That series is even at 1 game apiece. So I saw on Twitter this Michael Grady announcement, right? That he's going to be like the voice of the WNBA, the top guy on Amazon, but then also call NBA games for Prime Video as well. So he's done with the Wolves then, correct?
I think so,
This sounds like this is his official jump to the national.
No, he is expected to keep.
My God.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Jeez.
So he's going to be the Wolves guy and the lead WNBA guy and essentially the lead or one of the main Prime Video options as well for the NBA.
Wow.
That guy's going to grind then.
Yeah.
All right. Well, he's that good.
He's so good.
So good.
Man, he's good.
And Jim Pete is phenomenal. I miss having him on the TV broadcast, obviously with FanDuel not being able to do it. He is, it doesn't matter. He's not a homer. If the Wolves get called for a foul and it was deserved, he will say that. I miss that so much because it does feel like it is tilted towards the bigger market teams when you're watching on TNT. Van Gundy last night, like we said in the first segment, sucks. He clearly doesn't like the Wolves, which is fine, I guess, but pretend.
I think Jim Pete's on with Alan Horton on the air, right?
Yeah.
He was last night, yeah.
Yeah, Alan Horton is outstanding.
I just can't get the TV synced up. Otherwise, I would for sure be listening to iHeart, obviously.
Thank you, John.
Obviously.
And also with you.
Let's do more of what really matters, shall we?
I would love to.
All right. Again, the Timberwolves beat the Golden State Warriors 117-93. The
Second round of the Western Conference playoffs, that series tied at 1. Julius Randle, a near triple-double with 24 points, 11 assists, and 7 boards. Ant had 20, but almost died. Mm-hmm. Missed most of the second quarter after he got his left foot / ankle stepped on. It looked like he snapped it in half, but went back to the locker room slowly, very slowly. But then came out after half, and I'm pretty sure they John Voided him, right? I'm pretty sure they Bud Kilmered the hell out of his ankle and just shot up a bunch of probably illegal drugs into his ankle to numb the pain. So I don't know what kind of meth or whatever they shot into it. Whatever, it doesn't matter. It worked.
Well, and I think one of the guys walked in and said, if you put that needle in his ankle, you have to find yourself a new quarterback.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then one of them was like, it's basketball.
Right.
And then someone was wearing a whipped cream bikini.
Yeah, that was hockey.
Right. And then that quarterback's dad said,
I don't want your life.
to his dad.
Complete accident, by the way. The
other way
can
around.
exploded.
Wow. But you
how'd the cherries get there?
Yeah. Well,
Great scene.
I was young.
That's been gone for a while.
Great scene.
What really matters, though, is this.
It was on this date in 1992. The final episode of The Golden Girls aired. Did you guys watch? Do you know what? Have you seen that? It's pretty famous.
I have not.
Nope.
It was weird because. Why are you laughing?
Oh, I had some in my
okay.
throat.
You had something in your throat? What was in your throat?
So picture this. It was the last episode ever, and it was kind of a cliffhanger. A year after running over a fisherman and then dumping his body in the water, the four of the old ladies reconvened and got a letter that told them that their crime had been seen.
No.
And they started pursuing who they thought might be responsible for the letter. And then Betty White got run over by a man with a meat hook.
Like a massive crank?
Just a hammer.
And then the bloodletting increased from there as the killer with the hook continued to stalk the other three older ladies.
He had like a fisherman's slick on, correct?
That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Was there something that he said to the Golden Girls specifically that sticks out in your mind, like a memorable catchphrase or something from that final episode about possibly the quality of his memory based on the previous year's warmer months?
He said, I'm too drunk to taste this chicken.
I don't remember that. But again, I was like 12. Oh, I know what you did last summer.
He said, I know what you did last summer.
Okay.
And Blanche was like, I didn't do ass.
I don't believe that for a second.
You're the Blanche of this show.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Blanche.
Hell of a final episode.
Loved getting pounded.
Oh, loved it. Yeah.
My guess is that Chris loved I Know What You Did Last Summer more than Scream because Scream did not have Jennifer Love Hewitt.
That's not how you say her last name.
No, how do you say it?
I believe it's Huygens.
Well, why do you say it like that?
Because that's how you pronounce it. Where I grew up.
Perfect boobs.
Thank you.
Agreed.
I'd also like to see her
I think you say it both ways.
Jennifer Love Huygens.
Yeah, I mean,
Cleveland is at Indiana tonight at 6:30. The Indiana Pacers up 2-rip.
Do you know what a pacer is?
Sure, it's a horse.
That's right. You remembered.
Yeah.
See?
Cleveland has the the best record, and they're awesome, and they won a bunch of games, and they have the NBA Coach of the Year. But they lost both games at home, so the Pacers take a 2-0 series lead back to Indiana, 6:30 tonight. Although Cleveland is a 3.5-point favorite, give or take. What really matters, though, is this.
It was on this date in 1950. John Travolta's Lord and Savior, L. Ron Hubbard, published Dianetics.
Oh.
1950. That's not very long ago.
No.
I don't know why it seemed like it was longer ago than that. But I guess it couldn't have been. I don't think about it.
It's weird when a religion starts in your lifetime,
Yeah,
even though
weird.
none of us were born in the 50s, but you get the gist of it. My dad was. But it's just weird when, technically all religions at some point started when everybody else was walking around going, what are we doing now?
It's never too late.
Started this bit.
It's never too late.
A couple hundred years from now, that's going to sound real normal. But for now, good luck.
Yeah. I'd like to start my own, if you don't mind.
What are you going to call it?
Go for it. Tax exempt?
Oh, my God. I almost said something just terrible. Do you tell me if this is I shouldn't say it.
Hi, Mark.
I'm going to write it down.
Oh, boy.
Okay? I'm going to write it down. Please don't say it on the air. We're not on camera yet, right?
Yeah, don't say it on the air.
All right. Now, here's what I'm going to write this down, and I really want you guys to tell me.
Oh, boy.
because it was going to be a reference to a joke I just made.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's a very clever joke, but I can't spell that word. Hold on.
It's okay.
We'll figure it out.
And my Sharpie's running out.
Oh.
Can you read that?
Yeah. That's
I think
you can say that.
You could say that.
Right, Cor?
I mean, I can't see the bottom word. I understand what the play on words is, but I can't quite read what the exact word is.
You think I can say it?
Oh,
It's going to be called the Blanche Davidians.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
I like it.
Because that's a reference. Hey!
Hi.
Hey!
Good morning. I get that reference.
Thank you.
Yeah, why would you not be able to say
I
that?
don't want to offend people.
Who are you going to offend?
Everybody, apparently.
Koresh's followers?
Yeah, they're all dead.
Yeah, the
Waco's
FBI
not
took care of
offended
that.
I post a picture of me grilling and people get offended. Go piss up a rope. Who cares?
Yeah.
I'm going to try that later today.
It'll be messy. You better be hydrated.
I am.
Yeah, he does.
I take a lot of vitamins, though, so it looks like I'm peeing mellow yellow.
Obviously,
I don't have the aim for it.
Just
I don't have a
straight
rope.
Chicken broth.
Yeah,
Well, I
man.
can get you a rope if you need a rope.
Where are you going to go? Like
A rope
Lowe's?
store.
Where's a rope store?
Wow.
Right down the road.
Yeah, it's crazy. How,
Menards?
Yeah, they have one at the Mall of America.
Yeah.
Right beside the socks store.
Mm-hmm.
Come on
They
down
don't like
to
me.
the rope store. The rope store.
My wife is always thrown off when she sees a pair of socks from me in the laundry because I change them like once a month.
Right?
She's, I suppose, yeah.
Why? What happened?
Rosie.
Shark attack.
The Blanche Davidians.
You would join that.
Have you ever made up like a different, like a
100%.
false? Okay.
I think on this golf trip in Texas, I made something up too.
What'd you say?
I think, what did I say? I think it was a shark attack. That was greased.
That's
That was greased. That was the night that there was a fire alarm that went off and we all had to go outside. We had to go outside for like an hour, but we brought our booze out there.
Boom!
Speaker. It was funny. We're cheering for the fire department when they went in and then weird.
Yeah.
Go get them, boys.
That's
Go
what Tommy
get 'em,
does.
boys.
Tommy cheers for the fire department.
Hey, Sauce.
Yes, sir.
I'm a big fan of The Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start a new religion called the Julianne Mormons.
That's very good.
You do one.
Me do one?
You do one.
I'm going to start one when I get the money ready to start a new religion. I got to raise some money.
What's the name of it, though?
Me? My new religion is going to be called... Does it have to be a Big Lebowski reference? No. My religion is going to be called The Dude Prays.
You literally don't get this bit.
No.
I'm sorry.
You suck.
I'm not as clever as you. Or as smart or as handsome.
Well said.
You're welcome.
I think you should be in the Blanche Davidians.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yes. Yeah.
You do one.
You should be in the Julianne.
You suck.
I can't. I'm not bright.
You can fall off a porch almost better than anyone I've ever met, though. Yep. Somehow you were drowning too.
Did your life alert?
I need a life
Your watch probably said that you fell, right?
My phone did, yeah.
Yeah. And so did the Richter scale.
All the foundations,
Earthquake in Minnesota.
all the foundations in the neighborhood are cracked now. All
God.
of Edina is up for sale.
Hey,
Pretty cheap homes.
Real quick as the last one, because I find this interesting. And I believe this is how you lost your legs, John. On this date, in what year the lawnmower was patented?
Oh, I need to do that.
Oh, that's a good question.
That's a good one,
Yeah,
Chris.
right. What year do you think?
1925.
Do we believe people were mowing the lawns pre-World War II? Yes or
My
no?
great-great-grandpa was.
Oh, wow. What would he say to you?
Chicken?
I remember what I said now. It was sex. And then they go, oh my God, how did that happen? And I said, I don't know. I said that I blacked out.
Like, by the way, this is really, like, I know this is, Great Depression, Dust Bowl stuff, but like, when you see pictures from the late 20s, there's no sign of a freaking lawnmower.
Yeah, but how did they cut the lawn then?
I was going to say, it's got to be
They have
earlier.
those push
Yeah,
ones.
the big sickle.
Or those push, just the where it spins.
Yeah.
Some people call it sling blazer. Some people call it
I'm gonna go like I'm going to say like 1932.
I'm gonna go 1913.
I'm going to go 1949.
Jeez.
11.
Maybe.
11.
The year 11?
1911.
Okay.
And also with you.
1899.
Oh, God.
1899. Good
All
idea.
right.
Great year.
Yeah, good idea.
It makes sense that it's like,
Right when the combustion engine.
sure, once the engine gets up and running, like it makes sense that they didn't just make cars and that's it.
Yeah.
But man, I just can't even picture one picture of a lawnmower.
Were they
anywhere near
scared
that time
back then at the turn of a new millennium? Like we were, but the computers? Did they think the lawnmower was going to get a life of its own and just start like maximum overdrive?
Zachary, I don't know what it is about you, but there's something about your lifestyle that not that lifestyle.
Wow.
That makes me
down, boy.
You're curious about?
No.
That you want more information?
Your interests and things that you like. Zach would have geeked out so hard about Y2K.
Yeah.
That's something you would have been an expert on, and we would have been like, what is this deal with Y2K? And you could have gone on a 20-minute TED talk about what the bank system did wrong and why they're worried about it and why the whole system might crumble. You would have been such a Y2K nerd. Yeah. And known. You would have been our go-to guy on Y2K.
You're damn right.
Y2 Zach.
You missed it, Zachary. You were too little.
Yeah. Way to go, Zach.
You missed it all.
Thank God for all the people who work long hours and prevented what could have been a catastrophic turning of the century. Yeah.
On the turning away.
All right, Mark Parrish, good morning.
Good morning, y'all.
We'll do the news when we get back. We'll talk about the Wolves' win over the Golden State Warriors later. Brian O'Neill joins from the Minnesota Vikings in a little less than an hour to talk about the new offensive line, the new vibe around the team with J.J. McCarthy. Then he'll play initials about 8:15 with $90,500 potentially up for grabs with the St. Paul Federal Credit Union initials jackpot. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
Time is precious, and so are our pets. So time with our pets is extra precious. That's why we started Dutch. Dutch provides 24/7 access to licensed vets with unlimited virtual visits and follow-ups for up to 5 pets. You can message a vet at any time and schedule a video visit the same day. Our vets can even prescribe medication for many ailments, and shipping is always free. With Dutch, you'll get more time with your pets and year-round peace of mind when it comes to their vet care.